Hey there, Pam. I was just curious if you're done working already.
Oh, hey, Greg. Yeah, I actually am just getting home right now.
Nice. I hope you had a good day.
It was all right. Thanks for asking. What about you? Are you home?
I'm actually still on the bus heading home right now.
Oh, I see. Well, I hope that you're doing okay. Is there something you wanted to ask me about?
Well, you know how you and I were talking about finding a new place to live now that you and I are married.
Yeah, of course I do. We said that we were going to go talk to a real estate agent in a couple of weeks, right?
Yeah, I know we said we were going to do that, but maybe we shouldn't.
Oh, you don't want to go and talk to someone about buying a house? Why? Did something happen? What are we going to do about a house? Because I don't think that your apartment is going to be big enough to fit us both and still be comfortable.
Yeah, you're right about my apartment. It's just, it wouldn't work for you and I.
I know that, but then what are you suggesting? Because I really do think that we need to find a place to live together soon.
I know, and I still think we can look around for what's on the market, but I also think that a house for you and I just isn't the only option.
Oh, really? Well, then what other options are you thinking of?
I was thinking that we could always just move into your house. I mean, you do have plenty of room there, right?
But I thought you were always complaining about how old that house is, right?
Sure, it might be a little old, but it's not like we can't still live there. And besides, it would save us the trouble of having to shop around since you already own it, right?
I mean, I guess you're right. I did inherit it after my grandma passed away.
Yeah, you said that the house went to you and not your parents, right? So why bother looking for a new place?
Yeah, my parents were already living somewhere else and said they didn't need it. But ever since my grandma died, no one's been living there and it's been getting older. So I guess if you're really fine living in such an old place, then we could make it work. I mean, I just agreed to take it on, thinking we might be able to flip it when we bought our house together.
Yeah, but I really don't see why you and I wouldn't just be able to live there with each other. I mean, if we were worried about space, that house has plenty of it. I really think that we should just move in there.
Are you sure about this? You really want to live in my grandma's old house? Even though it's so old, you really don't mind at all?
I really don't care at all about how old it is. I think that we have a place and we should just take advantage of it. I mean, we'd save so much money not having to pay rent or mortgage on some new place. I think there's more reason to live there than to not.
I get that, but there's going to be money we'll have to spend renovating the house a bit. And so I'm not sure how beneficial it will ultimately be in the end. Not to mention it's about a half-hour drive to the city from there.
Yeah, but I think if we tried to get a place like that in the city, that would cost so much more, right? And we shouldn't just let a house that you already own go to waste.
I suppose you do have a point there, Greg. I was pretty shocked when we were looking at the prices in the city. I guess it really is a good thing that I agreed to take the house.
Exactly. If anything, you should keep it for your grandma. She wanted you to have the house, and we should respect that. So let's move in there. Don't you think that's what your grandma would have wanted you to do, Pam?
Well, she did arrange for me to have it, so I guess that must mean she wanted me to live here. And I won't lie, I do like the style of the house. Not to mention it would be much more fun moving into a place with so much space. And it's just been such a hassle looking for a new place to move into.
That's what I'm saying. We would love to move in that house once we fix it up. There's so much space and potential. It's perfect.
It really is true. I mean, there used to be 4 people living in that house when my grandma and mom were younger. But it was way too big for my grandma to live in and too big for me, too.
Well, then it sounds like it's perfect for us, however many kids we might have in the future.
You know, you drive a hard bargain, Greg, but I really like the idea of keeping the house my grandma lived in occupied with her family.
Of course, the house is like a part of your family at this point. It would be just a shame to sell it to someone else. Besides, I'm sure that your grandma would be very happy knowing that we wanted to keep it.
Okay, you've convinced me.
So then, you really want to live there with me? This is great. I'll talk to my building manager and cancel my lease so that we can make the move.
Got it, you do that. And let me know if you need any help packing up and moving things.
Yeah, I probably will have to ask you for some help there. I have a bunch of stuff that I should get rid of before the move. I know that we're going to have more space, but there's no use in cluttering it up with my crap.
Well, I certainly won't argue with that. Besides, moving is always a good chance to do some cleaning. So anyways, just let me know what the timeline for the move is going to look like, and I'll be there when you need me. I'm really looking forward to this.
Hey there, Pam. Hope you're having a good night.
Are you finally done with work, Greg?
Yeah, I'm just finishing up at the office, and I'm going to be heading home soon.
Well, I'm really sorry that you got kept so late today, but I made you dinner, so hurry home and eat.
Oh, thank you, but you didn't have to go out and do that. Besides, I was just going to stop by my mom's house on the way back, actually.
Oh, really? You're going to visit your mom again? You've been going there every day for a while now, no?
I know, but it's my mom. She keeps inviting me over to her place.
I see. So then I guess you're going to be having dinner with her again?
Yeah, I think so. I'm sorry about all this, but it will be dinner time by the time I get back there.
I know, but I'm just getting a little tired of eating by myself, you know?
I know, but it's not like I can just turn down my mom, you know. She's been living on her own since Dad passed away 5 years ago.
Well, I get that she might be feeling a little lonely these days, but maybe you could just go and visit her a little less and spend some more time at home.
Are you really that upset with me for going to visit my mom like this?
Well, maybe things might be different if your mom and I got along better, but she's always trying to do things to get under my skin, and I feel like this might be another instance of that. I don't know, I have a bad feeling about this.
You think my mom is inviting me to her house to annoy you? I'm sorry, but my mom is just not that kind of person at all.
And I know that to you that really might seem true, but that's not been my experience. When we're alone, she tells me that I look plain or ugly, and she says all kinds of mean things. I just don't get why she feels the need to talk to me like that when I haven't done anything to her.
I think what you need to remember is that my mom was really pretty when she was younger. And you, well, I guess you don't have the same aesthetics. I think that my mom thinks women should be dressing up and wearing jewelry and stuff like that.
I get that, and I can appreciate that your mom has nice tastes. But I don't think that it's right for her to expect everyone to conform to them. Also, please don't ever ask me to cook for your mom again.
Oh, come on. What's wrong with that? It's just cooking.
What's wrong is that your mom always tells me how terrible my food tasted later. I've told you about this. You know that she does this to me.
Well, I mean, it's not exactly a lie, right? She's not wrong about your cooking.
Are you kidding me, Greg? What makes you say that?
It's just that your kind of cooking is like living in a Great Depression or something. Why do you have to pickle everything? It's like you don't know that refrigeration exists, and we always have to eat pickled or boiled food all the time.
I'm sorry that I have a hobby and enjoy making homemade food that we can enjoy. In fact, I'll have you know that it was my grandma from whom I inherited the house that I learned how to pickle things in the first place. You're the one talking about how we should respect my grandmother's memory, so why should that not include her recipes?
Look, I'm not the one who has complaints about your cooking, okay? But if you're going to cook like that, expect people to make comments. Besides, you know that my mom's tastes are just a little more refined. She doesn't want to eat like she's living on a farm.
I still don't think that she should be complaining to me at all. I took the time to think of a recipe, got the ingredients, cooked it all for her to eat. The least she could do is keep her comments to herself.
Okay. I think we're getting away from the main point here. Why do you always get like this when talking about my mom? And can't you understand that I'm still my mom's son? If she invites me to her place, I can't just tell her that I'm not going to go. Please try to understand.
I get that, but I just want you at home earlier, okay?
Okay, I understand that. And that's why I said, I promise that I'll try to make sure that I get home earlier from now on.
Hey, Greg, do you know anything about all these big boxes that are being delivered to our place?
Are they finally arriving? Yeah, those are all my mom's things. I had them sent over from her house. Can you take all of those to the second floor for me, please?
Hold on a second. Why are your mom's things being sent to our house?
Well, because as of today, my mom is going to be moving in with us, of course. So could you please give me a hand getting her things ready?
Excuse me? Since when was this a thing?
Today, I'm on my home with my mom in my car right now, actually.
I thought that you were just going to work today, and what is going on? You never told me your mom was moving in with us.
Well, that's because I knew that if I told you about it, that you would argue with me. I thought if I just waited until the day, you wouldn't be able to say no.
Do you have any idea how unfair and sneaky that is? What is the matter with you?
It's not my fault. You weren't giving me any other choice with how upset you get over my mom.
I wasn't trying to get upset, but I was just letting you know how I was feeling. And besides, what I was telling you was that your mom is really mean to me, so why would I want her living with us?
That's the point. I knew that you wouldn't want it, and so that's why I had to do things like this. Besides, I am sure that the two of you will get along when we're all living together.
I don't care what you think. That is not a risk that you had any right to take. If you wanted your mom to move in with us, then you should have brought it up and talked to me about it.
But it was my mom who suggested moving in with us in the first place. She wanted us to live together. I couldn't just say no to her, and besides, she needs someone who is going to be able to look after her. Plus, you were getting mad about how much time I was spending at her place, but now you don't have to worry about that anymore.
This is not what I was expecting you to do to fix that. Greg, this is not going to work. I am not going to live with your mom.
I really had no idea that you disliked my mom this much. You're her daughter-in-law. You should be trying to get along with her better. Please, can't you just try to make things work with my mom? Pam, for me?
You have no idea just how badly I've been hurt by the way your mom treats me. I've been able to put up with it for this long, but I don't know how I'm going to stand this.
I think you're just being overdramatic, Pam. Where's your charitable spirit? It isn't like we don't have room for her.
This is so much bigger than just your mom, Greg. How could you just go behind my back to do this? Why did you just put your mom before me like this?
Look, this has nothing to do with choosing one over the other. I don't get why women always have to turn things into some kind of contest. The point is that my mom is your mother-in-law, and you should be respectful of her.
Oh, so you think that I'm just being an unreasonable woman? And why would she come to live with us when your mom's house is much nicer than this one?
I know it's nice, but she can't live there anymore. My mom racked up a lot of debt and is going to have to sell the house to pay it all off. It's not just the house, you know. My mom has had to sell a bunch of her stuff as well.
So your mom is in so much debt that she's having to sell her house? How did this even happen?
I think my mom just never really learned how to spend and save money, and after my dad died, she treated herself to too many shopping sprees.
I knew that your mom liked shopping, but I had no idea things were so bad.
Well, it's true, although it still isn't enough to pay back it all, so I want to help my mom pay it back. I want us to help.
And why is paying back your mom's debt something that we should have to do?
Pam, you know that my mom only gets retirement money now. That's barely enough to cover the expenses she needs to live.
And so we're supposed to cover for your mom because she couldn't keep herself from the mall? We were talking about raising children in this house, Greg. How are we going to do that while taking care of your mom?
But there's plenty of room in the house. It'll be fine.
You are being ridiculous and not listening to me at all. I can't talk to you like this.
Are you still really not coming home? Why can't you just grow up and come back?
I'm staying with a friend tonight, if you must know. I don't want to go back there as long as your mom is there.
I can't believe that you're acting like this. Why are you doing this?
Nothing you say is going to change my mind, Greg. You can't force me to do this.
Well, if you don't want to live with my mom, then maybe we should be separated. But are you sure that you want to lose this house?
Oh, don't worry. I won't be the one losing the house, and you won't be able to stay there forever either.
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
You mean you still haven't figured it out? That house is being demolished for development plans next year.
Wait, what? When was this decided? I didn't know this was happening.
Well, I was going to talk to you about it, but you were never at home. So I never had the chance to explain this to you, but yes, we got a notice in the mail about having to move out soon.
But they can't just kick us out of the house. You would have had to sell a plot of the land to the development company for this kind of notice to come.
That's right, and that's what I did.
What in the world were you thinking?
I own the house, and I am free to do what I want with it.
But we were supposed to live there. Where are we going to live now?
Oh, I don't care at all where you're going to live, Greg. But as for me, I'm going to take the money I got from selling the house and move into a new place. and you can go and find a new place to live with your mom and not me.
So that's it then? We're just gonna keep living apart like this?
No, that isn't right either. You and I are going to be getting a divorce, if you must know.
What? How can you say that? That's taking things too far. Why would we get a divorce?
We're getting a divorce because you pushed me out of my house and I can't live with you anymore.
That isn't what happened at all, and you know it.
Of course it is. You knew that you could get me to leave by bringing your mom to live with us. You only ever had your eyes on that house, but I wasn't going to let you get away with stealing it that easily. So if you want to live apart like this, that's fine. But we're not going to be doing it as husband and wife, I can tell you that much.
Oh, come on. Can't we just talk this out? Don't you think this is getting a bit ridiculous? You know that I don't want to live apart from you or get divorced.
Sounds to me like you're only saying what will work in the moment. But I don't care what you have to say. I don't want anything to do with you anymore.
But then, what about my mom's debt? What is she supposed to do?
Why do you think that should be my problem?
But we were supposed to help take care of her together.
According to who? You? Because I never agreed to any of that. You were the one that just announced that your mom would be moving into my house. Well, I'm not putting up with you or her or any of this anymore. So have a nice life, Greg.
Wait, no, please. You can't do this to me. I don't want to get a divorce. Pam, can't we just talk this out? Hello? Are you even reading these messages anymore? Pam, are you there?
After that, I hired a divorce lawyer and was able to end my marriage to Greg. I heard that Greg and his mom ended up moving into a small apartment together. Greg's mom never managed to get a hold on her spending, and her debt only grew while they were together. Greg had to work more and more hours to try and help pay off his mom's debt, and eventually he collapsed from exhaustion. Things only continued to get worse for the two of them after that. I've heard through the grapevine that the cops have been called several times to their place because of shouting. Eventually, they were both kicked out, and that's when Greg came crying back to me. Of course, by then, I had already remarried and wanted nothing to do with him. Greg left with his tail between his legs and never bothered me again. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this. Hey, Hillary, are you there? How have you been? I feel like it's been forever since you and I last spoke.
Oh, wow. Hi there, Lara. Yes, it really has been some time since you and I spoke, hasn't it?
I was thinking about it the other day, and I think I realized that it's been about 5 years, actually.
Oh, yes. I suppose that would make sense. That would mean haven't seen you since the first anniversary of my brother dying.
Yeah, that's right. That's what it was. When Harry died, I guess we kind of just drifted apart after that, didn't we?
I am very sorry for letting that happen. I want you to know that I was thinking about you, and I was worried about you. But I also didn't want you to feel like you had to be with us since Harry was gone. I just didn't want to try and force you to do something that you didn't want to do, and so I guess that's why I didn't reach out.
Oh, you don't have anything to worry about there. If anything, you were doing me a favor. I just know that being around your family would have brought up too many painful memories.
And that's exactly what I was afraid of happening.
But I'm in a much, much better place mentally. I've moved houses, found a new job. I feel like a brand new person. I even find that I'm not thinking of Harry most of the time now. There was a while where he was all that I could think of.
Of course, I can't imagine what you must have been going through, but I'm glad that you're feeling better. I was thinking about how young you still are. You deserve to live all the life you have to the fullest. I suppose that means you might be thinking about even getting married again then, right?
Well, I would be lying if I said I thought I would end up a widow at the age that I am. But I also just never imagined that Harry would have gotten sick like he did. Or that it would have progressed so quickly. It really is such a shame how he went.
Well, I just want you to know that I am sure that he was thinking of you until the very end. Well, you and Fiona, of course. I know that it just crushes him knowing that he wasn't going to get to watch her grow up.
I know. It's like one day he was here and the next he wasn't. But I didn't come to talk to you about Harry, actually. I just wanted to check in on you and see how you were doing.
Well, I'm feeling fine, actually. Thank you for asking. Are you okay, Lara?
I'm doing really great, if I can be perfectly honest with you. In fact, I think I've even fallen in love. And so just like you said, I might have a second marriage in my future. I just hope that Harry is looking down and that he understands.
I am sure that he understands. He would want you to be happy more than anything.
I'm glad you think so. What about you? Are you married yet? Seeing anyone?
I still haven't married anyone. I guess you could say that I'm still enjoying my freedom too much.
Oh, I see. So then where are you living these days if you're still not married? I remember that you used to live in that building not far from your work, right?
Yeah, that is where I lived. And it's where I still live now.
Oh, wow. So you're still living in the same place and you're still not married? Doesn't that ever get just a little bit lonely?
Actually, I adopted a cat, so that really helps in giving me some company. Besides, I've always been good at being on my own, so this isn't all that different.
Well, if you say so, but if I remember correctly, you worked for some kind of financing group, right? I bet that after all this time there, you must have been making some serious money now. And since you're not married and don't have any kids, I would imagine that means that you're able to save quite a bit of it for yourself, right?
Well, I certainly won't deny any of what you're saying.
So that I'm right? You do have a lot of money? Is it really true?
I am able to live really comfortably, but I wouldn't say that I'm rich or anything.
Oh man, I knew it! Ugh, I am just so jealous that you get to live like that.
Yeah, but like you said, it's only because I'm living on my own. The savings actually aren't that much if you think about it that way.
Wow, so not only are you rich, but you're also so humble about it. But I'm just glad to find out that you're doing so well for yourself. And sorry for reaching out to you out of the blue like this. I just had the sudden urge to talk to you though, you know?
Lara, are you there? What's going on? I just got back home now and Fiona is standing in front of my apartment door.
You mean that you just got back now? Wow, that was way later than I thought you were going to be home. And I just figured that if it had been 5 years since we last saw each other, then it had to be the same for Fiona. So I just thought you'd be happy to get to see her. Can you believe that she's already in the 6th grade? They really do grow up so fast.
No, hold on just 1 minute there. Why is Fiona here at my house? And why is she all alone? She's crying and telling me that you left her here all by herself.
Well, I'm sorry, but I've just been really, really busy with work, and so I was just hoping that you'd be able to take her for a little bit.
Wait a second. You want me to watch over Fiona while you're at work?
I mean, you are her aunt after all. I just thought that you'd be able to watch her for a little bit.
Well, I just wish that you would have mentioned any of this to me before. But either way, I have work that I'm busy with too, and I can't just drop everything to watch Fiona.
Oh, come on. She's an 11-year-old girl. What's the worst that could happen with her there? All you have to do is feed her a little, put her to bed on time, and she'll just take care of herself with the rest. Please, can you do this for me? You don't know how much I would really appreciate this.
Look, I think that you're missing the bigger picture here. You can't just drop your kid off like this.
And what's so bad about me doing that? You're the one who came home late and kept her outside that long. Besides, do you have any idea how hard it is to raise a child by yourself? Come on, Hillary, I thought that I could come to you about this because we're family.
I mean, I don't even know where she goes to school. Is she going to be able to go to school from me?
It's fine. Actually, I haven't even registered her at school at all. So I don't think there'll be any problems.
Wait, what do you mean? Are you telling me that you're not sending Fiona to school?
I mean, when I feel like it, I'll try and teach her some stuff every now and then, but she'll be fine. Anyways, don't you think that she's just the spitting image of her father? She looks just like him, right?
Yes, I guess that she does look just like my brother.
But anyways, I just know that you can take care of her. You live alone in that nice apartment. Surely you can spare the room and the money, right?
Why is Fiona as skinny as she is? Even for a little girl, I think she is still way too thin.
Well, that's just it. I don't have enough money to take care of her, if I can be perfectly honest with you. I really do wish that I could send her to bed on a full stomach every night, but I just can't. You have no idea how tough it is being a single mom. I always feel so terrible having to leave her at home so that I can go to work all day, but I just didn't think that I had anyone I could leave her with. So please, can't you help me out here? If not for my sake, then for Fiona's.
Okay, fine. Fiona can stay here for a little bit, but just how long were you thinking?
You mean it? Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. I promise to pick her up from your place once work settles down a bit. But don't worry, I promise that it won't be that long, okay? Thank you again so much for doing this.
Laura, do you know when you're going to come and pick up Fiona from my house? Did you know that she's already been staying with me for a month now? Can you please answer me? You're not just trying to abandon your daughter with me, are you?
I didn't abandon anyone or anything, thank you very much. I gave her to you, like a gift, so I won't be going to pick her up. She's all yours, isn't that great?
Are you serious? Please tell me that this is some kind of joke.
Think of her as a parting gift from Harry. I mean, you didn't have any kids of your own, so it all kind of works out, right? Plus, she'll be able to take care of you when you get old, so it's really a win-win all around when you think about it.
Okay, I'm starting to get just a little bit sick of this, Laura. A child is not an object that you can trade or give to someone.
So you're saying that you don't want her? And here I thought that you had always really liked her when she was little.
That's not what I'm talking about. This is your daughter that we're talking about. How can you do this to her?
What are you going on about? Are you really telling me that Fiona is anything but a burden on me? Besides, I haven't even told the person I'm dating that I have a kid, so I can't just keep her around.
Wait a second, are you serious? I don't believe what I'm reading.
Well, you better believe it, and you better keep your mouth shut up about it. I mean it. I don't want you blowing my chances to marry this guy.
But why wouldn't you tell this man that you have kids?
Because what if he finds out and then he leaves me? I just don't know how he would react to finding out that I have Fiona.
That's exactly why you should be telling him about the kid. I mean, what are you going to do if you do get married and he just finds out later? If this is really on your mind, then maybe we can look for someone who can take care of Fiona together.
I'm sorry, but I just can't take that risk with this one. I don't want to lose this man. He is really, really rich.
So you're telling me that you'd rather be married to a rich man than have your daughter in your life?
That's exactly what I'm telling you.
Well, don't you understand just how selfish you're being? I mean, you can't just give up on being a parent.
And why can't I? It's my life, and I should be able to live it however I want to. And if my daughter is getting in the way of my happiness, then I have every right to get rid of her.
And you dare to call yourself a mother? Do you think she doesn't realize what you've done? She's been crying herself to sleep every night because she knows that you've abandoned her. Doesn't that upset you? Doesn't that make you sad to hear?
You don't know what you're talking about. You're not married and you haven't had kids of your own. So why do you think that you can lecture me like this?
But then why did you leave your daughter with me in the first place? I mean, if you were going to leave your daughter with someone, shouldn't it have been someone with more experience with kids? Because I'm really the last person that you should be leaving a kid with.
Hey, if you can survive a month, then you'll be fine. Just hang in there.
You break 5 years of silence just to abandon your daughter with me. You just wanted to see if I was in a spot in my life where I could take your kid.
Well, I didn't really care about where you are in life so much as I just chose you to take her. But it is true that you being rich and single made the decision that much easier. And now you can finally spend all that money of yours on something worthwhile. So make sure to spoil Fiona like I wish that I could.
I see. Well, okay, fine then. I guess I have no choice but to watch Fiona. I'll take care of her, so I'll just arrange the adoption paperwork and forward it to you when I need your signature.
Wait, are you serious? You mean that you're really going to go through with this? Wow, this was way easier than I thought it would be.
But I still feel so bad for you, Fiona. And I just know that my brother would be so disappointed in you.
You think you can guilt me with your brother? He's the one who died and saddled me with Fiona in the first place. If you want to talk about responsibility, then let's start with your brother.
You are not about to put the blame for this on my brother dying. He was fighting for his life against that disease and still managed to be a better parent than you ever were.
Ugh, don't even get me started about his disease. That was just such a pain in the butt to deal with. Honestly, by the end, he was literally so useless. The only thing he did for us was dying and getting me paid through the insurance.
Well, at least I feel like I finally understand the person you are. Hello, Lara. I just wanted to let you know that the adoption papers are being processed, but I just want to make sure that you're really sure about this. I mean, you aren't going to regret this, are you?
Of course I'm not going to regret doing it. In fact, I just wish that I thought of doing this sooner. It feels so nice to finally be free of Fiona. Anyways, I have a wedding to worry about now.
I take it that you're still with that rich guy you were telling me about?
That's right. Of course I'm going to be with him. He's going to be taking me overseas for our honeymoon, and it's going to be so great. I'm never ever going to have to wait for anything anymore because we'll have all the money in the world.
Just remember that you sacrificed your daughter for that honeymoon trip.
Oh, trust me, I remember just fine. I thank the stars that I don't have her in my life and thank her for making my life 100 times better.
I'll be sure to tell her that her own mother said that she was glad she's gone. Although, she doesn't cry as much anymore. She's gotten much stronger with you being gone. In fact, I'm sure that she would be happy to forget all about you. In fact, I wish that I could forget about you.
Oh, wow, I'm so scared of you. How dare you talk to your sister-in-law this way? You need to learn some respect.
You're no sister of mine. You're just a horrible, horrible woman who is going to get what's coming to you.
Oh, I see. Well, don't worry. The feeling is more than mutual, and I can't wait to forget you. And it'll be easy to with my new life.
Sounds perfect then. Let's just forget all about each other then.
Sounds good to me. It's just too bad that this is only going to work out for me.
You really think that that's how things are going to go? You think that you're going to be the only winner here?
But of course I am. Just why do you think it is that I've been working so hard to make this marriage work? But have fun being a mom. I certainly don't miss it.
You say that, but things might end up just like they did with my brother. You might think you have everything figured out, but then something bad might happen to your husband and you'll be left with nothing.
What in the world are you talking about? My fiancé is strong and healthy, and he won't get sick like my last man.
You act as if you can actually say that with certainty, but you never know what can happen in life. But I guess I'm glad that you fooled yourself otherwise.
Hey, what is going on? What did you do?
What are you talking about, Lara? I thought we agreed to forget about each other.
Don't you play stupid with me. It's just like what you said, the last time that you and I were messaging each other.
Literally, what in the world are you even talking about? You're not making any sense at all.
You told me that something might happen to my fiancé as well, right? Well, my fiancé just broke up with me. He said that he couldn't marry a person like me.
Oh, so you're just messaging me to tell me that you got broken up with? And it sounds to me like your ex made a good call in realizing how awful you are.
But you had something to do with this, didn't you? Why else would he have chosen to leave me all of a sudden?
It's so much that I did something. Although, I did go to see him, if that's what you mean.
Are you serious? Did you really go and talk to him?
Yeah. Well, I just wanted to let him know about your daughter and what you'd sacrificed to be with him. And I suppose that he just decided he didn't want to be with a woman like you. And I, for one, think that's a good call.
But why would you go to meet with him? I never even told you his name. How did you figure out who he is?
You might not have told me his name, but you've been bragging about this man to just about anyone who will listen. And so, it just didn't take that long to be able to track down who this guy really is.
You managed to track him down? And you told him all about Fiona?
Of course I did. I mean, you were talking him up so much. But you were right. He is handsome, and from what I understand, very rich too. I guess I can see why you would be scared to lose someone like him. But more than anything, he was just a nice person.
What did you tell him? Tell me exactly what you told him. I have to know what he knows.
I told him everything, Lara, all of it. I even showed him messages that you had sent to me about Fiona.
What is the matter with you? Why would you go and do something like that? Is this your way of getting payback?
It has nothing to do with me and everything to do with Fiona. You hurt my niece and you disgraced my brother's memory. I wasn't just going to sit and let you get away with what you've done.
But well, you didn't have to stalk my fiancé and go talk to him, you know. Have you gone crazy?
The only crazy one around here is you, Lara. You literally abandoned your own child. Not only that, but you completely disrespected my late brother, your late husband, I might add. And on top of all that, the only reason you were doing all of that was just to marry someone with money.
Oh, shut up. You don't know anything about my life at all. And now, thanks to you, you've completely ruined my plans. Don't you know about all the debt that I'm in? I was going to use this guy's money to pay everything off, but now I'll have to pay it all back myself.
You really are just the worst, do you know that?
Well, what are you going to do to fix all of this, huh? Are you going to pay off my debts instead?
Of course I'm not going to pay your debts. You took out the money, so you should pay it all back. That's how this works.
But that isn't fair. The only reason I had to take out so much money to begin with is because I needed money for Fiona.
Are you telling me that you used all that money for your daughter? Because I know that's not true. When I found Fiona on my doorstep, she looked like she was barely getting enough to eat. And meanwhile, she was telling me all about the expensive brand bags, clothing, and jewelry that you got out with all the time. You were never using that money for your daughter, and you've done this to yourself.
Well, then you need to lend me some money. Please, I need help. You're the only one that I can turn to now.
I am not ever going to help you with anything, Lara. You have caused enough damage to enough lives. And now that I've stood up for my niece and late brother, I respectfully ask that we go back to forgetting about each other. Either way, it's what I'll be doing.
No, please, you're not really just going to leave me like this, are you? Don't you understand what kind of trouble I'm in? Please, Hillary, you have to help me. You really are the only person that I can turn to. You're all that I have now. Hey, are you even reading these texts anymore? Hello? Answer me, Hillary.
And so, that's how my sister lost her engagement. Not only that, but given her financial situation, she was also forced back into work. After that, I stopped hearing from Lara at all. And then, about a year later after she left Fiona at my house for me to raise, Lara sent me a letter. Of course, the reason she had to send me a letter as well as why I hadn't heard back from her was because I had blocked her on everything. In her letter, Lara told me that she had become sick. She told me that she had ended up with the same one that had taken away my brother. It was one of those times the universe shows you its sixth sense of humor. She wrote about how sorry she was and how much she regretted her actions. I gave Fiona the letter to read as well, but she ripped it up without so much as a second glance. I never wrote a response. But in some ways, I'm grateful for Lara doing what she did. Although I didn't expect to have children so soon, Fiona and I grew very close after I took her in. And it was clear that Fiona wasn't getting the kind of care that she needed from her own mother, so it made me feel good to provide that kind of care. As for Fiona herself, if you couldn't tell, she wants absolutely nothing to do with her mother. But aside from that, she is growing happy and healthy, and is in an all-around beam of sunshine. Not only that, but Laura was right about her. She really is a spitting image of my brother. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this. Tina, are you there? I just wanted to let you know that I went home early today, and I'm sorry for not telling you about it earlier.
Oh, Ophelia, you don't have anything to worry about. I just hope that it wasn't because your mom was upset with you.
Oh no, it really is fine. Thank you for asking though. The thing is that my work is just really busy this time of year, and I'm always getting called in. But the truth is that I wish I could have just stayed with you and spent more time together. I mean, you proposed to me, and now we're going to be getting married. And then I had to run off to the stupid old office.
Oh, I know what you mean. I really wish that we could have spent more time tonight too. But I guess that we both have our responsibilities, and it's not right to expect us to change our schedules just for one person. If anything, I'm just glad that I managed to propose to you before you had to run off, or else I would have had to do it another day. I was just happy to see the look on your face when I pulled out the ring. I always want to make you happy like that.
Tina, thank you so much for saying that. You really are so sweet. I still can't believe you would want to be with me.
What kind of talk is that? Why wouldn't I want to be with you, Ophelia?
Well, I just mean, you know, all the baggage that I came with, don't you?
Oh, are you talking about your mom?
Yeah, of course I'm talking about her. I'm an adult with a job and she still won't get off my back trying to tell me how to live. But my mom gets like this sometimes. She just gets an idea in her head that I'm not doing something right and drop it forever. It's not just this too. She always has to drag people into whatever fad she's gotten into. First it was all those new age religions. Then it was fortune telling and ghost hunting. Ugh, it just really never ends. To be perfectly honest with you, I can't move out of there quickly enough. But anyways, I just wanted to make sure that you were okay with my mom and all that.
What in the world are you talking about, Ophelia? I proposed to you, not your mom. You're the one that I want to be with. I know what I'm signing up for, but nothing is going to keep me from being with you.
Thank you so much for saying that, Tina. You really are so sweet. I don't know what I would do without you.
What do you mean? Why are you talking like this?
Look, I don't think that we should tell my parents that you proposed to me or that we're engaged. I think it would be smart if I just left the house like this.
You mean you don't even want me to go to your parents' house and talk to them about this?
I just think that they would be against it and not even try to listen to anyone who says otherwise. But that's also because my parents actually don't even know that we're going out. I just know that my mom wouldn't understand and, well, I just don't want her causing any trouble for you.
You mean that they still don't know about us? Well, I really don't know how I feel about that. I mean, you're kind of putting me in a hard place right now, to be honest.
I told you why I wasn't going to tell them, though. It's my mom. She's such a bully. And she never listens to anyone, and she always has to have things go her way. I don't know. It's like she doesn't know how to interact with people.
I see. So you mean that even if you sat her down and told her how much this meant to you, you don't think she would listen?
I just really think it would be best if we didn't tell them a word about the engagement at all. Once we get married, I just want to leave my family and never look back.
I see. Well, I guess you are always saying how you want to leave early when we go to visit your family. But I guess I didn't realize that it was all because of your mom.
Well, it's the truth. And now she knows where I work, so it's going to be even more difficult cutting her out of my life. And she still doesn't know anything about you. I just want to leave this house already. I just want to be married to you and not have to worry about them ever again.
Hey, it's okay, Ophelia. Things are going to be okay. I know that whatever happens, we'll get through it together. Now, I might not know all the details about what's going on with your family, but I want you to know that I'm on your side.
Thank you so much for always being there, Tina. I'm so lucky to have you in my life. I just hope that I can be as happy as you make me.
You make me very, very happy, and I am so grateful that you and I are together.
You're the only thing I need in this world, Tina. The only person who really gets me. Also, I was hoping that you and I could meet up next Saturday. I actually have quite a few things that I think you and I should talk about now that we're engaged.
Yes, of course. Much better to talk about all of this in person. By the way, I really would like to introduce you to my parents if that's all right. I mean, you wouldn't mind if I told them that I proposed to you and that we're engaged now, right?
Yeah, I don't have any problems with that at all. I would actually really like to meet your parents. It sounds like you all get along really well, and I guess I kind of get a little jealous when I hear you describe them.
Well, they are going to be your family soon, too, so I hope that you can meet them soon and that you like them.
Wow, I guess we really have some work to do now that you and I are engaged. Who knew it would be this busy?
Yes, we really do need to make some time for all these things in our calendars. By the way, would you mind if I told my parents a little bit about your family? I just don't want them to be surprised when they find out that your parents don't know about us.
I suppose that's only fair, but are you sure that if your parents hear about the way that my mother is, that they won't try and convince you to leave me?
I really don't think that you have to worry about that at all. I just want my parents to know the situation so that we're all on the same page and they can support you too.
Got it. Well then, yeah. Maybe when my work settles down a little bit more, we could find some time for us to go over to your parents' house. I just hope I don't cause too much trouble.
Hey there, Ophelia. I just wanted to let you know that I sent you the money for the move.
No, thank you so much for doing that, Tina. Now we can finally put money down on our new place to live.
Yeah, but I feel bad for leaving all of this business finding a new place to you. I hope that you don't hold it against me.
Oh, what are you talking about, Tina? There's nothing to worry about. Besides, I know how busy you are with work, right? I'm going to be quitting my job once we get married anyways, so I have no problem using up all my days off. But it isn't easy having to handle all of this moving stuff while trying to keep it a secret from my mom at the same time. I'm having to be extra sneaky now.
You mean that your mom still has no idea at all that you're planning on moving out?
That's right. I've made sure that she's not coming into my room and snooping around there. And when I take my stuff out, I always do it in small amounts.
I see. Well, I guess that is one way to keep your mom from finding out about what we're doing. But are you really just never going to tell her what's going on until you leave?
I mean, that is the plan. Otherwise, why bother keeping this all a secret from her, you know?
I guess you have a point there, yeah. I just wanted to make sure that you were really okay with this. But I'm sorry, I realize that I might be just worrying too much, and I don't want it to rub off on you. I know that you've been working really hard and that this is something you've wanted for a long time.
No, I really appreciate how much you worry about me and want to make sure that I'm all right. You're always thinking about me, and I really appreciate it. But yes, this is something that I want to do, and I'm ready to go through with it.
Of course, and I won't say another word about you being sure. I know that you'll be able to pull this off. But you're really sure that you're going to be able to move everything without telling your mom?
Yes, I am 100% sure. I only have a few more things to move now, and I'm not going to bother taking any of the appliances.
I see. Well, just let me know if there's anything that I can do to help you with all of this. I know you want to keep this all a secret, but I still want to be there for you.
Thank you for that, Tina. I really appreciate it. But I think I'm going to be fine. By the way, how are your parents doing? I hope they're not too mad that we haven't gone to officially make the announcement to them yet.
Oh yeah, they're just fine, actually. I told them what the situation was and that we'd go to their place as soon as we'd finished moving.
Great. I really am happy that they're so cool about this. Also, I had a few wedding venues in mind that I wanted to check out with you.
Wow, you mean you already have an idea for where it is that you want to get married?
Of course. I mean, after we meet your parents, the plan was to go to the courthouse and officiate the marriage anyways, right?
Yeah, I suppose that was the plan, wasn't it? But we have to finish with the move first.
Yeah, but one of these places has a waiting period of about a year. So since we know that we're going to get married, I just think we need to move fast. It sounds to me like if we don't try and claim a spot at this place, that we just won't get one for a long time. So do you want to check it out with me soon?
Well, it sounds to me like we have to, or else we might not even get to use it. But we can make a whole date of it. This is going to be so fun, actually.
Awesome. I'll call the place and set up the appointment to go and look. Once I have it down, I'll be sure to let you know.
Ophelia, are you there? Please get back to me when you get this message. It's really important.
Tina, what's up? Is everything okay?
Is that really you? Please, you have to tell me where you are right now.
Actually, it's not. This is Fiona, Tina's mother, and you might have some things to say to my daughter, but I have some things to say to you. Unfortunately, my daughter was in a terrible car accident, and she's wheelchair-bound now.
Wait, what? What do you mean? Are you serious?
Of course I'm serious. Now, I understand that you two were planning to marry each other, but you should know that Ophelia can't even walk now. So are you still sure that you want to marry my daughter, even in a state like this? I think we both know the answer, so let's just call the whole thing off now.
What do you mean? You mean you think that we should call off the wedding?
Of course, but this isn't my idea. It's all Ophelia's. I'm sure that you can understand her feelings, though. She said that she couldn't stand it if she caused trouble in your life and doesn't want to be a burden, so the wedding is off. But I suppose this is what she gets for trying to go against her mother like this. So you really are just better off forgetting all about my daughter and leaving her alone.
I see. Well, if that's the case, then I am going to need to be compensated.
Excuse me? What do you mean? You expect us to pay you after you found out my daughter was in a car accident and can't walk? Well, at least now I understand why Ophelia was too embarrassed to introduce you to me. You are just horrible.
Well, I'm afraid that you are unilaterally ending the engagement, and that entitles me to compensation. So we can either settle this now or settle it in court. It's up to you.
How could you try and do this to me after finding out about what's happened to my poor, sweet little girl?
I'm sorry, Fiona, but do you even have any proof that what you say has happened actually has? Because I also gave Ophelia $20,000 to put down on a new house, so if we're not getting married, I need that money back, too.
You gave her money to move to a new house. I had no idea about any of that.
I assumed that you wouldn't. After all, Ophelia was keeping many secrets from you, but I also know that Ophelia is the kind of person that will pay that all back. So go ahead and tell her to send the money back to my bank account, okay?
But I just told you that my daughter is stuck in a wheelchair and won't be able to move for the rest of her life. And all you can think of at this time like this is money.
That's not all I'm thinking about. You're just avoiding my question. If she was in an accident, then I'd assume that Ophelia is still in the hospital, so could you tell me the name of it? By the way, if you're going to act like this, then I'll just let you know that I am prepared to hire a lawyer.
How could you do this to us after I just told you the state that my poor, poor daughter is in?
If what you say is true, that's unfortunate, but money is money, so pay up.
But the whole reason Ophelia got into the accident in the first place is because of you.
And just how do you figure that any of this is my fault?
Well, because if she wasn't engaged to marry you, then none of this would have ever happened. You did this to her, and now you ruined her life. Don't you have any love for my daughter at all?
I love your daughter very much, actually. And that's why this whole conversation is just making me very sad. But I really wish that you would stop trying to jerk me around like this.
Excuse me? And just what is that supposed to mean? Why would you even say that?
Well, because you're lying to me right now. This whole thing has been a lie, hasn't it?
I don't know what you mean. What are you saying?
I mean that I realize now from the start that Ophelia never actually intended to marry me. That's what's making me so sad, but I also realize that this whole thing has just been a giant scam. And you should know that I am going to go to the police and file a report against you.
Tina, are you there? Please, you have to know that I am so sorry.
Is this really you, Ophelia? Are you finally done pretending to be your mother?
No, you're wrong. It's not like that. My mom took my phone and was the one sending you those messages. She found out about the marriage and me moving out. I never meant for things to happen like this. I really am so sorry.
I see. So then you mean to tell me that you weren't actually in an accident?
I'm sorry, Tina, but I just can't be with you. I'll just never be able to get away from this crazy mother of mine. So please, just forget all about me. I know that I'll only cause you trouble and pain, so forget all about me.
So then you're also saying that we should just cancel our engagement?
It's not like I want to be doing this, but I think that it really is going to be for the best.
Right. Well, I already told your mom this, but if that's the case, then I'm going to need to get paid.
Please, Tina, you have to understand. It isn't like I want to do this. Don't you think you're being just a little bit mean? I mean, we haven't even met our parents.
Look, Ophelia, I already know all about who you are and what your game is. In fact, it was only after I said that I was going to go to the police that you stopped pretending to be your mom.
I told you that nobody was pretending to be my mom. That really was her this whole time.
I really just don't believe you. Because I know for a fact that your mom doesn't live in the city. So why are you lying to me right now?
Tina, what are you saying? You know that I live with my mom and how strictly she keeps her eyes on me.
It's all an act, though. None of that is really true. You just say that so you can get away with all of this easier.
I don't understand what you mean by that. You're not making any sense, Tina.
Oh, just stop it already. I know that you have other suitors and people that you're engaged to.
That isn't true. How could you say such awful things about me?
When are you finally going to drop the act? I know that this is all fake, so stop trying to play the victim. And you know how I know this is all fake? Because someone else is living in the condo that we were supposed to move into. I asked the management company about how that could be, and they said that you did make a call but canceled the leasing process.
But that can't be. I was sure that I did everything correctly. Are you sure that someone is in the unit that we were going to move in?
You were never going to do it, right? You started the process to appear that you were serious, and then you backed out to keep the money.
It's not true. And whatever might be true is all my mom. You have to believe me.
But you don't even live with your mom. Not only that, but after finding out about the apartment, I started looking more into you, and I found out about all your other partners. All of which I'm assuming that you're stealing from. I really can't believe you. But I have to admit, you are a good scam artist. You really had me going for a while.
None of this is true. Please, Tina, you have to listen to me. I love you with all my heart. There's no one else I want to be with, but I'm poor, and my family needs the money. I was lying to you at first, but I realized over time that I really do like you, so I was only going to steal the money for the condo from you.
Only steal that amount from me? I gave you $20,000. Do you realize that? But at least you finally come out and admit that you were always going to try and steal from me. I can't believe that I wanted to introduce you to my parents. But at least now I have the proof that I need to prove you're nothing but a liar.
No, please. You have to know that I never meant to betray you. It really isn't how you think at all. Hello? Tina? Are you even reading these anymore? Please, don't go to the police. I'm begging you.
After that, I went to the police and filed a report against Ophelia for marriage fraud. I told the office all about her situation, and after an investigation period, I was told that she was finally arrested for her lies. She had actually been tied to so many reported fraud cases and was currently engaged in so many other cases that she was sentenced to several years in prison. One can only wonder at how many people she had hurt before me. In all our 2 years of dating, I really never once thought that Ophelia was lying to me. But thinking back on it now, she was always asking me to take her out to nice restaurants and do expensive things with her. I thought we were going out on dates, but I think she was testing me. It makes me sad to think that this is how my engagement with the woman who I thought I loved ended. But I suppose I've become stronger and smarter for it. As for Ophelia, I only hope that she thinks about the pain that her actions have caused others while she's locked away. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this. Hey there, Irene. I just wanted to thank you again for today.
No, thank you for suggesting such a wonderful place to meet. I really enjoyed our lunch. I think we should use that restaurant again when there's something to celebrate.
I'm glad that you liked it so much. I was hoping that you would. It's just such a cute place and the food is really good. And thank you again so much for getting the bill. Please tell your husband Jim that I said thank you and that I hope he had fun.
Well, of course we were going to pay. I mean, it was our son's birthday today after all. And it's not that often that we can all get together. Especially at a place like that restaurant. It really only is a place for special occasions, you know.
Yes, I agree. We don't go there often, but when we do, it's always a special treat. Not to mention that view. I could just stare out the window for hours overlooking the city.
You know, I've actually heard that a lot of celebrities who comes to town end up dining there.
Oh, really? I don't think that I knew that, but I guess I really expect nothing less for a place like that.
I know, right? You really do have to be someone special to get into this place. In fact, I have to say that I was a little surprised they didn't say anything about what you were wearing. I mean, it was kind of embarrassing having to be seen with you all night like that.
Oh, sorry. I didn't realize that you had a problem with what I was wearing. It was just a dress that I really liked, but I didn't think that there was anything wrong with it.
I just think that you could have chosen something a little more appropriate for the occasion, don't you? Maybe next time we go out for something like that, you can choose a color that stands out less. Just something nice, but still low-key.
I really was trying to think about what would be okay to wear at the restaurant when I was picking out my clothes, though.
Well, it's clear that you didn't think hard enough on the matter.
Yes, I suppose you're right about that.
Of course I'm right. I'm the one pointing out your little faux pas right now. The whole dress just looked really cheap and gaudy. Surely you have something better to wear than that, right?
I really don't know what to say. I'm so sorry that it's upset you this much, but that was a rather expensive dress.
And just how expensive are we talking here? I bet it couldn't have been more than a couple $100s, right? I don't know what it is about this generation, but everyone seems to be jumping on the fast fashion trend. It really is just pitiful. I remember when I was young, people used to actually get dressed up to go out, and everyone just looked fabulous. But I guess that views change with the times. Maybe it's just the economy.
I don't really think that it's the economy in like a short time kind of way. But it is true that there is just a lot more fashion out there that's both cheap and looks good.
That's exactly the problem. Everyone thinks that if clothes just look good enough, that they can justify spending money. But no one these days has any idea what good taste even is. It really is just sad.
Okay, well, I really don't think that the dress that I chose to go out in today was all that bad.
And just who do you figure that, huh? What makes you think that what you wore was okay?
I guess it just looked good in my eyes.
I see what's going on here. It all makes sense now. You don't have any fashion sense because your family were all poor, isn't that right? That's why you have no idea about what looks good and what doesn't.
Are you being serious? I really don't even know what to say to that.
Well, how about you just be more careful next time, okay? But I guess there's not even a point to saying that to you, since you wouldn't know fashion if it hit you in the face. Basically, if you're not spending tons of money on it, then it's not fashion, got it? But judging from your wardrobe, I would guess that all your clothes are hand-me-downs, no?
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm going to stop you right there. My family isn't poor, and I'm not sure where you got the idea that they are.
But of course they are. What are you talking about? I mean, your dad works in a factory, doesn't he? I can't imagine that people with that kind of job gets paid much.
He was able to send me to college on his salary, thank you very much. So I'm just saying that I really don't think that we're as poor as you might think.
But I'm sure that you still had to take out student loans to go, didn't you? And that means that your dad wasn't actually rich enough to send you to school. And that means that, just like I said, your family is poor.
I'm not trying to say that my family had or has as much as yours, but your husband does own his company after all.
I don't understand why you can't just admit that your family is poor and have it all be settled. Your parents were poor and clearly it rubbed off on you. It's simple.
Is that really how you think the world works?
Don't you worry about a thing, Carmen. I am going to be sure to train you in what you'll need for next time we all go out. I'll make sure that you're wearing something appropriate so that not everyone in the restaurant will be able to tell how poor you really are. After all, not a daughter-in-law of mine should be going around getting mistaken for some poor person. Hello there, Carmen. I know that the end of the year is coming up, and I was wondering if you and Kent had any plans.
Actually, I think that we were just going to try and do something rather low-key this year. So we were thinking that we would either go to your house or my parents' house and spend a few nights there.
I see. Well, you go to your parents and then make sure and visit us soon after. We have some very expensive beef here with your name on it. I was thinking that we could all cook it up and eat it together. So plan to spend a night at our place as well. We should be spending this time as a family after all.
Oh, okay. Well, then it sounds like we won't be staying with my parents, but we can just pay them a visit. And you really didn't have to go out of your way to do that for us, you know.
Oh, don't worry about it at all. My husband just thought that you two might like to be treated to some fancy cooking. And of course, it's not often that someone like you has probably gotten to try food like this. So we just thought it was a good opportunity.
Well, I am very happy that you're willing to treat us to such a nice meal, so if it's really okay with you, then I guess we can go to your house.
Yes, please do that. And also make sure that you wear something nice for the evening, okay?
Do you mind being a little more specific about what you mean by that? I just know that you have a very specific idea about this.
Well, actually, on the start of New Year, my family has a tradition of dressing up and walking around the neighborhood. So just make sure that you put on something nice for when we go and do that. Otherwise, you'll stick out like a sore thumb on our walk.
Oh, I see. I didn't realize that was a thing that some people did. But if that's the case, then I'll make sure and wear something nice for the occasion.
And by that, I mean that I don't want to see you in an ugly fast fashion, do you understand? That would be just humiliating.
Well, that's why I was asking if you could be a little more specific about what it was that you wanted me to be wearing.
Just pretend like you're going to a wedding. Your outfit should basically be on that level. And try to avoid any of those flashing colors that you seem to love, okay?
Okay, then. I think that I can handle that.
Carmen, where are you? We're just about to start grilling some of the meat and then we'll be eating soon.
I'm at a laundromat right now, if you really must know.
I really don't understand what's gotten into you. You came all this way to celebrate the new year with your husband's family, and instead you ran away to go do your laundry?
What are you talking about? You were the one who stained my dress the moment we showed up.
Oh, I know. I really am so sorry that I did that. I am sure that you are so proud of that outfit that you put together.
You spilled your coffee all over the dress, and I have no idea how I'm going to get the stains out.
I hope you know that my hand just slipped. But anyways, it's obvious what a cheap dress that one was as well. So if you can't get the stain out, then you can always just throw it away.
What makes you think this dress was cheap? It wasn't cheap at all.
What in the world are you talking about? It's obvious how cheap that dress was. I only had to look at it to see how low quality it really was.
You really have no idea what you're talking about, do you? This dress costs $40,000.
Excuse me? Are you being serious? How in the world does a dress cost that much? And how could someone like you afford a dress like that? You really should know better than to lie to your own mother-in-law.
I'm not lying to you, Irene. I just gave you the real price for this dress. In fact, I'll have you know that this dress is an important heirloom from your mother-in-law.
Wait, what? Are you telling me that dress belonged to my husband's mother?
You mean that you don't recognize it at all? I thought that you would have. She told me she'd worn it to family weddings in the past.
Did Agatha really give you that dress? But this isn't making any sense. Why in the world do you have her dress?
Well, before we came down here, Kent said that we should stop by his grandmother's place. We were all talking, and he mentioned about going out for the family walk, and that's when Agatha offered me the dress. She was actually really eager for me to have it and to wear it on this walk. So I hope you can imagine my shock when you just threw your cup of coffee all over it the moment I showed up.
But I mean, this isn't fair. I had no idea at all that that dress belonged to Agatha.
Well, now you do. Aren't you glad you asked about it before you splashed me with coffee? Oh, wait.
Oh no. This is really, really bad. What am I going to do?
Well, I don't really know how much there is to even do. After all, it was really obvious that you threw the coffee on me on purpose.
I didn't do it on purpose. It really was an accident. My hand just slipped. That's all, I swear.
Whether it was an accident or on purpose, I really don't think that it changes the fact that it's your fault. So I really do think that you should think about what you want to do, because Kent is here with me and he is freaking out. We're here trying to see if they can even get these stains out.
Yes, we have to get the coffee out of the dress right away. I'm sure that a dry cleaning place would be able to do that for you.
Well, we've actually been driving around looking for one that's open, but they've all been closed so far.
Oh no, this is really bad. Hold on, let me try and make some phone calls. I might be able to make something work out.
I don't really think that anything is going to work. Besides, it's New Year's Day, and I don't think anything is open, really.
You can't just give up. We've got to do something. This is a $40,000 dress that we're talking about. We have to do something to get those stains out.
Oh, I agree. The stains do need to come out, but I don't think it's going to happen. So I guess that the only thing we can do now is to take the dress back to Agatha and tell her about what happened.
No, you can't do that, please. Just whatever you do, don't do that. Just hold on a little bit longer, okay?
I don't see why we should do that when the fact is that you made this mess. Why should we wait and hide what you've done from your own mother-in-law? What would be the point?
Just wait, okay? How about you two just come back here to my house and you let me try and take a crack at it, okay?
What do you think you're going to be able to do that we haven't already tried? Besides, you were the one that made the mess in the first place, so I don't really think you should be let anywhere near the dress. I just wouldn't want to take a risk with you at all.
But you can't take it to Agatha, please. Whatever you do, don't do that. Just come back here and we'll work something out.
I'm afraid that I can't do that. I have too much respect for Agatha to lie to her like that. So we got to Agatha's house and we explained to her what happened to the dress and how the stains were your fault. She had nothing to say to us and didn't blame us at all for what happened.
I see. Well, then I think that maybe I should go and talk to Agatha myself then.
I don't think that going there and talking to her is going to make a difference for you.
What makes you say that? I have to go and see her so that I can apologize. In fact, I think I'm going to go now.
Well, you should know that Agatha said she didn't even want to see you. I think if you went to her place, it would just make her more upset. And since it's still New Year's and all that, maybe you should just let her enjoy the holiday.
Well, what about you and Kent? Are you both still at Agatha's house?
Yes, we're both still here. Actually, Agatha asked that we both stay over for dinner. So I'm sorry, but we won't be able to make it back to your house in time for the special meal.
This can't be happening. This isn't right. This isn't how my New Year's Day was supposed to go.
You know, I think that if you came ready to really apologize and not just make excuses for yourself, that it might be okay. Of course, Agatha would have to let you into her house for that to happen first. Although I suppose that I can't blame her for wanting to keep you away. Why should she have to deal with you and what you've done on a nice day like this?
Carmen, you have no idea how sorry I am about the dress. Yes, I did it on purpose, but it was just a little joke. I didn't mean to take things too far.
Aha, so you admit that you did it on purpose then?
Of course, but I didn't think the coffee would make such a stain. And I didn't think that I was spilling it on such an expensive dress.
So then you've thought about what you've done and realized that it was wrong to do?
Yes, of course I do. I realized that I should have never been acting this way and that I was being ridiculous. So can you please tell Agatha just how sorry I am for all of this? I need Agatha to know that I realized what I did was wrong, and I need her to forgive me.
Well, it sounds to me like that should be between you and her. I don't feel like helping you, and quite frankly, I'm getting a little sick of dealing with you.
But you're the only person that I can go to for help with this now. Please, I tried messaging my son and he just left me on read.
Well, that would probably be because Agatha isn't the only one upset about this. Your husband and son are upset as well. You have no idea how much time we spent driving around looking for a dry cleaners that would be open today. You've done nothing but cause trouble for everyone. Why do you think that you should be forgiven?
I can't have Agatha being mad at me. She's the most powerful and influential person in the whole family. If she's against me, then I'm basically done for in this family. Please, you have to help me.
You keep saying that, but you haven't given me a single reason why I should help you.
How can you say that? You're my daughter-in-law, of course. You should help me.
That's not good enough. You were constantly putting me down for what I was wearing. You even made fun of my father and called my family poor. Why should I do anything for you?
You're right. I never should have said those things, even as a joke. It wasn't right of me at all.
Even if I believed that they were jokes, I didn't find them funny at all.
I thought that you'd be able to see through it all. I thought that you had a different sense of humor is all.
You know, somehow I still just don't believe you. I think that you were always the only one having fun when you were making fun of me. But anyways, I'm not going to waste any more time today talking to you. I have a lovely dinner with my husband and his grandmother to enjoy.
Wait, no, you can't just leave me like this. Please, I'm begging you. You need to help me.
Hello, Irene. I just realized that I didn't get to say Happy New Year's to you.
Oh, Carmen, thank goodness. Thank you so much for the message. I was wondering when I was going to hear from you.
Don't get me wrong, I'm not here to talk or anything like that. I just know that if I didn't do this, I'd never hear the end of it from you. By the way, how did things go with Agatha?
Well, I went to her house and I apologized to her not that long ago, actually.
So then everything is okay between you and her now?
Well, look, I think that I just need to start by saying how sorry I am to you. I should have never done what I did with the coffee. I've been nothing but rude to you and you really didn't deserve that.
I suppose that Agatha told you that you should try and give me a real apology then?
Well, yes, she did. But it wasn't just her. Even my husband told me that I needed to apologize to you. He told me that he'd leave me if I didn't.
I see. So then did you go and talk to Agatha together with your husband?
They were both just so upset with me. They asked me what I was thinking and how I could shame the family like this.
Yeah, it sounds to me like they really wanted nothing to do with your vendetta against me.
Well, I think you should also know that I've agreed to pay for all the cleaning fees on the dress. But even so, it wasn't enough and I've been thrown out of the house.
So then you've been kicked out of your house even though it's snowing right now?
That's right. I've been standing out here on my own for about 2 hours now.
Wow. Well, it sounds to me like you're in quite a bit of trouble then, aren't you?
This isn't funny. I really don't know what I'm going to do now.
You know, I actually heard that you and your husband were accepting money from Agatha. I even heard that you borrowed something like $1 million from her.
Well, yes. I suppose the total might be that high after the decades that she's been helping us.
Well, I guess that explains why your husband would be so upset with you. And no wonder why he kicked you out of the house after you disrespected his mother like that.
But I don't know what I'm going to do from now on. I have no idea where I'll be able to go. Can I stay at your house for a bit?
Why would you want to do that? What would be the point?
Well, you're just the only person that I can go to now. I don't have anyone else. Please, can't I just stay with you for a little bit?
Hold on a second. Let me ask your son.
Please. It's so cold out here. I just need to sit inside for a little bit.
So Kent said that your husband should let you back in as long as you beg him for forgiveness, and he also says he doesn't want you here.
So that's it then? You're just going to leave me out here? You're not going to help me at all? I'm desperate here.
Well, you've isolated yourself. I would just do what Kent says and beg your husband not to leave you for this. But otherwise, nobody is interested in helping you out, so why don't you just leave us all alone? After that, Agatha decided never to talk to Irene, which means that she essentially became persona non grata at family reunions. Irene did her best to negotiate with Agatha, but she wasn't having it. When Irene did go to talk to Agatha, Agatha made rude comments about her clothes and put her down the same way that Irene had done to me earlier. She was so shocked that she went back home completely humiliated. After that, her husband ended up divorcing her, although nobody in the family could blame him. But with Irene out of the picture, I've been able to attend many more family gatherings without feeling pressure to dress up a certain way, and I couldn't be happier. Obviously, this isn't how I wanted things to end with my mother-in-law. I tried really, really hard to make things work, but Irene just wouldn't change her ways. After all of this happened, however, I was pleased to learn about how many other people in the family were getting tired of putting up with her. It may seem like a very strange thing to bond with people over, but losing Irene has brought us all closer together as a family. Well, it brought all but Irene closer, I should say. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.